Hello and welcome to Optics Trade's YouTube channel. We have a pair of rare Leica binoculars here today. This is the Duovid 8+12x42. Leica is a company with long tradition. It was founded over 110 years ago. And they are famous for producing cameras, but they've also been producing sports optics for more than 100 years. They started with binoculars, and then in the 1950s they presented their first rifle scope. And throughout the time, their products have become a synonym for exceptional quality and elegance. Leica introduced their Duovid binoculars in 2001, and they're still in production today after almost 20 years. These binoculars are very special and unique since they're zoom binoculars. I have to point out that these are really rare to come across. Variable magnification binoculars aren't as popular as standard fixed magnification binoculars. There are currently two models in production. The one that I have here is the 8+12x42, and then there is the bigger model 10+15x50. And there are some important things to note here with zoom binoculars. Now, the Duovids are the only zoom binoculars of the premium class still in production. No other premium manufacturer makes variable magnification binoculars, so these are completely without competition in this price class. With zoom binoculars, the idea is great, but most manufacturers cannot achieve optical quality that can be equated with that of the standard binoculars. Today, many of the optics manufacturers no longer make zoom binoculars because of that. With some cheap binoculars of the zoom type out there, the eye fatigue that occurs during use makes it impossible to observe for longer periods of time, but this is not the case with Duovid. One of the most common problems with zoom binoculars is related to the synchronization of zoom with the focusing system. Now, Leica managed to tackle this problem by only offering, well, two magnifications. Well, sure, the wheel here, there is a wheel on each ocular with which you set the magnification. This wheel here allows the user to set the magnification somewhere in between 8 and 12 times as well. So you can now see that it's on 8. You can put it somewhere here in between 8 and 12, but the image will not be as sharp as on 8 and 12, not to mention that it's really difficult to set both tubes to the exact same magnification. Even in the user manual, Leica says that intermediate settings are possible, although identical magnification in both optical systems is difficult to achieve. So this is basically how you change the magnification. You have a magnification ring on each of the eyepieces, and then you simply have, if you set it like this, you're on 8 times magnification, then you put both on 12, and you're on 12 times magnification, with intermediate settings being difficult to achieve. On top of everything, the diopter compensation only applies to magnifications 8 and 12. So once you set the diopter, you can only benefit from Duovid's optimal performance at these two magnifications. At 8 and 12 times magnification, the image is sharp in the center, and on the edges the image is high in contrast, full of colors, you name it. So there you have it. These are the zoom binoculars that can be equated with standard binoculars in the terms of optical quality, and basically the only premium zoom binoculars still in production. What do you gain from two magnifications? Well, if you're a hunter, these are great if you hunt in various landscapes and in the terrain that is difficult to predict. If 8 times magnification does not allow you to get enough details of the game, simply set to 12 times and observe again. Owning these is like owning two high-quality binoculars with different magnification power. They're also excellent for bird watching, hiking, and other activities, where having two magnifications at disposal will lift the experience to a whole new level. What about the length? Well, like this, they're 16 centimeters long. They're 12.5 centimeters long when fully extended. The weight, well, the weight is one of the disadvantages of this device. The mechanism used inside makes it quite heavy. They're over a kilo, so 1030 grams. but still lighter than carrying, let's say, two 42mm objective lens binoculars in your backpack. On the outer appearance, you can see that this is a true Leica. It features the elegant combination of black, red and white. It's comfortable to hold. It operates on a single hinge. It has thumb rests here in the bottom for extra comfort. It is made in Germany. The chassis is made of aluminum and the exterior is rubberized for a non-slip grip. The diopter is located here in between the tubes. If you have the magnification set somewhere between 8 and 12 times, it is locked. You cannot unlock it. So you have to put it at one of these two magnifications, and then you can pull the knob out of its place and just set the diopter accordingly to your vision. Now, once set, you don't have to change the diopter when switching between the magnifications. Leica calls this system ADC, which stands for Automatic Diopter Compensation. Also, you do not have to adjust focus when switching between magnifications, as the image remains in focus. However, a slight adjustment might be required on several occasions to achieve maximum sharpness. This is also written in the instruction manual. So, with the focus, you may have to do some corrections when moving from 8 to 12 or vice versa. As far as the diopter is concerned, you don't have to make any changes. Inside of these binoculars are Schmidt & Becken roof prisms. The interior is filled with nitrogen. These will continue to operate in temperature as low as -25 degrees Celsius, but you can store them in areas where there is temperature as extreme as -40 degrees. They're also waterproof up to 5 meters of depth. What about the field of view? Well, we have to list the field of view at both magnifications here, at 8 and 12. At 8 times magnification, the field of view is 118 meters at 1000 meters. And at 12 times magnification, the field of view is 90 meters at 1000 meters. These numbers, well, the magnification at the field of view at 8 times magnification isn't really outstanding. So 8x42 binoculars do come with much bigger fields of view, but at 12 times 90 meters isn't all that bad. So of course, these binoculars cannot be equated with other Leica binoculars in this price level, but still a price to pay if you wish to have two magnifications at disposal. Still, 180 meters will be enough in most situations. The eyepieces, well, there are 4 positions altogether, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it clicks like really fast. 1, here. So the 4 positions. You can see that the eyepieces are quite colossal. Nevertheless, they can be comfortably pressed against the eyes. And they can also be easily removed if cleaning is required. So you just have to turn them clockwise and pull them out really gently when they're in the furthermost position. Easy to clean, nice eyepieces. So even though they're colossal, I already mentioned that they can be comfortably used. And yeah, so what else? A tripod adapter is also available for these binoculars. It can be useful, especially for longer observations at 12 times magnification. And if you perhaps can see, there is no thread, even no cap for a thread on these binoculars, because the adapter that is available does not work like that. So you have to purchase a specific adapter which hugs the binoculars like this, and then you can mount them on a tripod, because I think that on the adapter that hugs the binoculars there is a thread. And with these binoculars, the adapter is not included. With the bigger pair, so 10 plus 15 by 50, you do get the adapter in the box. So here it costs around 100 euros, and you can basically get it in every store that sells Leica products. You get 10 years of warranty, and you get a bunch of nice things when you unpack the box. The box looks like this. So it's a silver box in which you get, of course, the Duovid and this really nice genuine leather bag. So as befits Leica, the accessories nicely complement the device, so a really nice high quality bag, a perfect place to store your binoculars during transport. Then you have the proof certificate, so the certificate of authenticity. You also get the warranty card, the instruction manual that is available in many languages. Here it's also some basics are explained in it. Here is the specification table. You get the ocular cover made out of rubber, a strap for carrying the binoculars around, and that's basically it as regards the scope of delivery. So these are priced at around 2,200 euros, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. Of course, they are made by the premium manufacturer, and the mechanism used for these is really advanced. So, and the optical quality also, even though that they offer 2 magnifications, is out. I do have to mention that I've never seen zoom binoculars with of such quality. So the image really I could say shocked me at both 8 and 12 times magnification, because it's so sharp. Now at the end of this review we will enumerate some advantages and some things that could perhaps be improved. Starting with the advantages, of course. Again, these are the only premium zoom binoculars that are still being produced. The image is sharp and high in contrast on both magnifications, and you do not have to redo the diopter setting when switching from one magnification to another, which is really great and saves a lot of time. So the quality of the chassis, so the housing, is as befits Leica on a high level, and they also haven't forgotten about the ergonomic aspect as well. And of course also all the accessories that you get with the device. They're carefully chosen by Leica. This leather case, for example, nicely complements the high quality binoculars. And with Leica, it's not just about owning an optical device, it's about the whole experience. So the unboxing, you don't just buy the product, you buy the whole history. Everything is, every little detail is taken care of, and so on. This is Leica's. What about the disadvantages? Well, the first one to note is definitely the weight. It weighs over 1 kilo, and this is heavy for a 42mm objective lens binocular. Also, someone from our team who wears glasses has problems seeing the whole image even when the eye cups are screwed in, because the eye relief seems a bit too short. He said that some only have, I would say, a half millimeter or millimeter of the image is missing because the eye relief is too short for him. And of course, as with many of binoculars of the premium level, the price is also a disadvantage for some, because 2,200 euros might be too much, but you have to keep in mind that this is, after all, a Leica. So what are who does need a 2 magnification binocular? Well, you have to consider whether you can benefit from 2 magnifications. If having 8 times magnification is enough, you can, for example, get an Octavid with even better optics, better coatings, and a wider field of view for 100 euros more. And also the disadvantage that I forgot to point out is definitely the field of view at 8 times magnification. Compared to other premium binoculars, 118 meters at 1000 meters is really not enough. But at 12 times it's quite decent on the other hand. These are a perfect pair of binoculars for any outdoor enthusiast who can benefit from having two magnifications at disposal. So the image is surprisingly sharp at both magnifications, something that we definitely at Optics Trade haven't seen before on any variable magnification binocular. Thank you very much for watching this review. If you found it useful, leave a comment down in the comment section below. Like this video, subscribe, and see you next time. Also check out our other Leica videos. Goodbye!